In this project, we are looking at how movies and books show people with disabilities, and how those stories often get it wrong. These stories can shape how we think about disabilities in real life. Sometimes, they make it seem like being disabled is always sad, scary, or something to get rid of, and that can lead to unfair beliefs and stereotypes. So now we'll look at some popular films and books to see how they tell these stories and how that affects the way people understand disabilities. And at the end, we will also share a short test where you can use it to check if the movie does a good job of showing disabilities or if it's just a repeating harmful ideas.
It is important to note, for some of the examples mentioned, that in film, disabled bodies are often reimagined through technology, rebuilt, enhanced, or erased. This lens reflects transhumanism, the belief that human limits can be overcome with science, and introduces the cyborg, a being that fuses flesh and machine. But what does this say about how we value disability, or try to fix it?
Snow White is a fairy tale that many of us grew up with. It is a classic story known around the world, but because it is so popular, it also shapes the way people see disabilities. In particular, the way 7 dwarfs are shown can create stereotypes about disabilities, even if we don't even realize it at first. In the story, each dwarf is named after just one feeling or trait, like sleepy, grumpy, and dopey. That makes them feel more like cartoon characters than real people. It's like the only thing that matters about them is that one trait. This can be harmful because it reduces them to stereotypes and doesn't show them as a full human beings. Also, they were treated like children. They live together in the woods. They're messy, and Snow White has to take care of them, cooking and cleaning, like she is their mom. This sends a message that people who look or act differently can take care of themselves, which isn't true and is unfair. Even though the dwarves are not villains, the way they are shown still make them seem strange or different, not like a normal adults. They are kind of treated as something to laugh at or feel sorry for.
I wonder if the children are... How do you do?
How do you do what?
Oh, you can talk! I'm so glad!
Now, if we compare this to someone real, like Benjamin Lay, an activist with dwarfism in 1700s, we see a very different picture. Benjamin was smart, strong, and brave. He stood up against slavery and challenged powerful people. His life shows that people with dwarfism or any kind of disabilities can be leaders, thinkers, and fighters.
In What's Eating Gilbert Grape, the character Arnie, who has an intellectual disability, is played by a non-disabled actor, Leonardo DiCaprio. This choice alone raises ethical concerns about representation. Arnie is often treated like a child despite nearly being an adult. His lack of autonomy and the way others infantilize him reflect a larger issue. Disabled characters are rarely given space to grow or be seen as full people. Instead, Arnie's main narrative function is to teach Gilbert, the non-disabled protagonist, how to be more patient and selfless. His actions, such as climbing the water tower, are portrayed as both charming and dangerous, but never fully explored in terms of Arnie's own perspective or agency. According to our Fry's B critique, this is a clear example where a disabled character exists more for the emotional development and narrative arc of the non-disabled character than for their own story or purpose.
Oh! Whoa!
Whoa! Whoa!
Hey! My Judah fell off!
I know a boy whose name is Arnie. He's about to turn 18 and have a big party. I know a boy, his name is Arnie. Come on down, buddy. Come on. Match in the gas tank. Boom, boom.
Boom, 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 boom. Imagine the guy. Boom, boom. Good boy.
In Doctor Strange, disability is framed as tragedy or something to overcome. After his accident, Strange seeks healing through mythicism.
I found my teacher, and my spirit deepened. And somehow,
Your body healed.
yes, I chose to settle for my miracle, and I came back home. The place you're looking for is called Kamartaj, but the cost there is high.
How much?
I'm not talking about money. Good luck.
Reinforcing the super Crip trope, a disabled person who gains superhuman powers and becomes better than normal. This reflects transhumanist ideals and uses Eastern mysticism as a tool for Western empowerment, bordering on Orientalism. Instead of embracing disability, the film erases it, making magic the ultimate cure for physical limitation.
Good.
My hands.
It's not about your hands.
How is this not about my hands?
Master Hamir? Thank you, Master Hamir. You cannot beat a river into submission. You have to surrender to its current and use its power as your own.
Well, I control it by surrendering control. It doesn't make any sense.
Not everything does. Not everything has to. But it will take you no further. Surrender, Stephen.
Robocop is a very interesting cinema case study. Released in 1987, it was a box office hit and received critical acclaim. Despite its mass market appeal and anti-corporate message, the representation of disability in the film has been criticized by Crip histemiologists as derivative and unrepresentative of Crip experience. The film features Peter Weller as Alex Murphy, a beat cop who is severely maimed by criminals in the film's outset. Immediately after sustaining these fatal injuries, he is resurrected and rebuilt by the industry of medical science into Robocop. In the real world, if one were to sustain injuries matching Alex's, that person would have been disabled, using assistive devices such as prosthetics or a wheelchair. Robocop's disability is cured via machinery. After being cured, he is even more effective at his job than before. Instead of having the implied burden of disability, he is elevated into the ultimate enforcer, overcoming even the human condition. The film ultimately sideskirts the issue of disability, immediately solving it with the robotic flesh. He's damaged, and then fixed, no worth showing the in-between. It says to us, there is no time for disability, only fixing. Because it is not worth the audience's time entertaining the disabled subject. Avatar was released in 2009 by renowned director James Cameron and was extremely well received, breaking box office records and becoming the highest grossing film of all time. It was applauded for its cutting-edge advancements in CGI technology. Reviewers called it, quote, visually captivating, end quote. In the critical lens, Avatar is where the ableist and colonialist capitalists converge. The film's plot centers around Earth forces dominating the planet for the extraction of precious natural resources. The central conflicts arise between the native peoples, the Na'vi, and the humans who come to colonize and strip mine their planet. The Na'vi are an interesting aspect of the film. They're these visually striking, blue-skinned, uncivilized peoples. Their demeanor, customs, and cultural ideas of living in harmony with nature evoke Native American undertones. The humans in the film fly around in advanced military helicopters and gun down these native people for their natural resources, while the Na'vi attempt to protect their planet with arrows and rocks. As the reviewer put it, quote, "It was impossible to watch Avatar without being banged over the head with the director's ideological hammer." End quote. The hammer in question is its clear anti-imperialist stance. If viewers didn't arrive that the humans were bad, it's made especially clear when the protagonist, a paraplegic man named Jake Sully who can inhabit a 10-foot humanoid alien body, ends up defecting from the Earth forces after witnessing their brutality and makes love to a native woman with a stolen, remote-controlled corpse. In a sense, he's like this flesh cyborg, where they're using advanced sci-fi technology to control this Na'vi body. What reinforces this even more is that in a penultimate moment in the film's final cinematic climax, Jake's consciousness is permanently transferred into his avatar, and his crippled human body is abandoned. What is broken and obsolete is replaced and upgraded.
The idea that when a body is no longer seems as productive or normal, it becomes disposable, as if that is more acceptable than disabilities. In Gattaca, Vincent is born with imperfect genes and prevent him from pursuing his dream. He gets a chance only by posing a valid using DNA samples from Europe, a former elite swimmer who became paralyzed after a car accident. Once Jerome loses his physical ability, society discards him. His only remaining purpose is to help someone else, Vincent, the main character, to success. His own dreams no longer matter. $1 Million Baby has been criticized for its one-dimensional view of disabilities. After Maggie becomes quadriplegic, the film frames her death as a mercy, enforcing the damaging idea that a life with a disability is not worth living. It shows how stigma get repeated in culture. These narratives remind us how deeply our culture ties human worth to physical abilities. Recognizing these patterns is the first step toward telling a more just, humanized, and inclusive stories.
Thank you for watching our documentary on disability representation in film. Here you can fill out a form where we go through the different criteria we have come up with to determine whether or not films are actually representing disabled individuals the way they should be. Here you can put in any sort of film you can think of that has some sort of disabled character, storyline, etc., and really go through the different ways that it shows and rank it on a 1 through 5 system. Here we have things like identity, representation, and just different categories for you to really think about. The authenticity is a huge deal. And yeah, we really appreciate if you can fill out this form and really give us your thoughts on how films do when it comes to disability representation. We're so excited to hear from you. You can see the results yourself as well.